Alright guys, welcome. Alex from Forever Elf Blog, and something I wanted to talk to you about today was one of my clients recently, John, who lost 6% body fat in 6 weeks. It's either 5% or 6%, I forget. And a few guys were asking, is that possible for me? Because obviously 5 or 6% body fat in such a short space of time is ridiculous, and he gained a bit of muscle at the same time, which is kind of the dream. You know, whenever I speak to guys in the DMs or email responses or whatever, it's always gain muscle, lose fat. Everyone wants more of both, like naturally, because it looks better and it's healthier. And John did this, and he did this despite he was in his early 40s. I don't want to give too much away. He worked a very busy job, and not just a busy job, but where there were lots of meals where, you know, C-level guys were coming in and they had to go out for meals and drinks and everything. He had work dues, work trips out of the state, out of town. He had multiple kids, wife. He had all the typical kind of excuses you could possibly think of, but still succeeded regardless. And quite a few people are asking, like, is that possible for me? And I would say that he is definitely, him and another John, yeah, a few years back, and Greg, are probably the higher, you know, the top 10% of what I've personally seen. I wouldn't say, not every single client does as well as that. I would say that most clients, if they stick to it long enough without completely giving up kind of thing, they will experience similar results, but the time span isn't 6 weeks, it's like 12 weeks or 16 weeks or however long it takes them. The key is that they don't give up. That's the most important thing. That is most clients. The accountability is huge. So if we're on WhatsApp or Telegram and we're talking every day in some form or fashion, sending pictures of meals, talking about macros, planning ahead for difficult times, that's probably the biggest one. Planning ahead for 36-hour fasts, planning logistics, that kind of thing is huge. So if the clients that do that are far more likely to succeed than the ones that don't do that. The ones who go on holiday at the last minute without saying anything to me, they're probably not going to end up doing what John did, and is continuing to do. But some other things, so he was very, very good with the accountability. I said this in a previous video, one of the things he did really well was, I always say that anyone can win on any particular day, any particular 24-hour window, where there's just no challenges, there's nothing difficult, like nothing's getting in the way. Anyone can win on days like that. What he did was, when he had like work lunches or work meetings or whatever, he would have a small win on days like that when it could have gone the other way and he could have ended up losing control, binging, having a massive loss, and then taking 3 days to recover from that. Instead, he would have like a small win, and a small win might be, I don't know, a 300 calorie deficit or 200, and no alcohol was consumed kind of thing. It's those days where there's some real challenges there, but if you can carry on winning on those difficult days, it's those days that will make or break your journey. And that's when you can lose, you know, 10 pounds in 6 weeks and gain muscle at the same time kind of thing. But that is how I would summarize the difference between guys like him and clients that maybe take longer to get to that point. Obviously the ones who give up will never get to that point, so that's the one thing you definitely don't want to do. You know, keep things going, keep coming back to it, we'll work on some new plans, that kind of thing. Obviously I keep messaging and keeping things moving. But that's the main thing. It's focus, it's not giving up, as cliche as that sounds, and it's focusing on those small wins when the odds are stacked against you. They're the real days that can make or break the journey. Oh, and by the way, if you are interested in coaching, the link is in the description below. If you really, really, really work at it, you can pull off similar results to what John did, which is about 5 to 6% body fat within 6 weeks, which is insane. And we have the DEXA scans to prove it. They are on the website, so you can, I believe you can click the link below and you'll be able to see the DEXA.